Hello and welcome to Intro Extra Game with your host Jackie, and now we're going to talk about something interesting, something deep that is in my mind. We're going to talk about the interesting game called Clockwork Empires and how it is one of the tragic stories of indie development, of indie games, and a tragic story of early access and why early access should not be it's not that it should not be considered, why you should be careful when buying games during early access, and this is one of the stories why you should be really careful when buying games from early access. This game is called Clockwork Empire. I'm just going to show you. There's a huge bug here when it comes to food. Sometimes your food disappears, but I'll be covering the bugs and the glitches in another day. This game is. But before we talk about this game, I would like to talk about the story of, or the backstory of the studios that developed this game. So we'll be talking about that, and yeah. Glass Lamp Games. My pronunciation is bad, but yeah, Gas Lamp Games is the one that developed this unique game, and it has done a lot of interesting stuff. Like there was another game called, I believe it was called, what's it called? It was called the Dungeons of Demir. There we go, I just remembered. It was released, it was one of their first commercially successful games. Well, I'll be now turning back to the, let's say, to the interesting gameplay, and yeah. So yeah, we're back to the gameplay. So you can see what's going on and what's going here. There's a bug here. You have to be careful when you're playing this game. Sometimes your food might disappear, so you have to keep saving it. And yeah, I'll just tell you how is this game running. This game is running on an interesting concept of you being an overlord, you being a colonial governor, and you provide for the colonies, and you help this grow. And once this grow, you serve the empire basically. And it is built during the year of exploration, or not exploration, it's born during the Victorian era. There we go, damn it, the Victorian era. And it's a steampunk game. It has certain influence from Lovecraft, if you clearly see, like the fish people, the monsters that comes, hauntings that comes out the night. And you have to clear all this because otherwise you can hear weird noises at night. Because of the wind blowing near the trees, and it creates a very eerie noise. But anyways, forget about talking about the gameplay. When you look at sorry, I can't pronounce it. Gas Lamp Games. They were a new gaming company. They were an indie gaming company, I would like to consider. And they made their first project was Dungeons of Demir, which was released 13 July 2011. Dungeons of Demirs, if most of you will recognize this game because it's one of the popular dungeons, rogue inspired dungeon crawler games, which has procedure generated content, and it's one of their greatest successful ones. However, their second game was this game, Clockwork Empires, which was released on Steam Early Access on August 15, 2014. I bought this game, I believe 2015, when it was I can't remember what version it was, but I bought this in 2015 because it looked like a cool concept. It had all of the good concepts about this, but this game never evolved from early access. It was released recently as version 1, and they said they will continue developing this game even though it was a full release, and they haven't done it. I believe there were so many reasons why they haven't done it. One of it could be that they closed down. Because if you look at the wiki page and if you try to look up for information, you can't find it anywhere. It says the wiki pages, when you look at it, you will see 0 employees. When you look at what's the other page, the link it page, you see that they said they had you see that they seem to have, it was a small development. This was only a tree theme game, but it says 3 theme. Sorry, damn it. Sorry, my English is a bit terrible. But it was one of the most successful. They tried to create success from it, but it was not, unfortunately. It was a good game. It had interesting concepts. It had everything, and then it even had the community support. But I believe it was a bit too much for 3 team developers. and they tried their best. They did try their best in developing this game. Right now, this game is it's worth. You can't buy this game on Steam. Please note, if you can try to buy it, but you can't actually. Sorry, not even try to buy it, because it's not available on Steam. When this was, I'll just tell you an interesting story. When this was released in recently, about 3 months ago, it seems that it was released too early. It had so many bugs, and most of the features were not promised. Like, I remember they said they would put more units, they would put more gameplay, there will be more quest lines, there will be more. There was more to it. They promised so many things to the community, and not even half those promises. About half of those promises were fulfilled, but other half wasn't fulfilled. The game is still buggy up to a certain level, and you might notice, like, one of the bugs. I've been playing this for about 20 days, and you will notice that one of the bugs is the food just disappeared. I had 45 days worth of food, because I'm a bit of a hoard. You tend to hoard food for some time, and I noticed that it just disappeared. I had 44 days of food, and I don't know what caused it to disappear, but it disappeared, and I'm just wondering what happened. And I think it's a bug, but I could just go to the previous. You have to keep on saving. Please turn on your autosave because it's necessary, and it has to be put to once a day. And yeah, because of that, you have to be careful. There are certain bugs that are still present, but it's been corrected by the community. Even though the developers went bankrupt, the community built this game. And it's still being built to this day by a certain player. I will get to that as soon as possible. But yeah, you can clearly see that it's a bit bug free. But please, if you're getting this game, please update it to the experimental patch, that is 1D. If you want to apply the patch, the community patch that was made by the community. And yeah, a little insight about the developers. There was his name is Nicholas Winin, and he was the technical director of this game. And he was there for a long period of time. He was 16 when he got his first Linux game. Is to start working for Loki Studio, and he has developed about 5 games. He's an experienced person. And yeah, he joined Glampex. And Glampex, the CEO of Glampex, that was David Jacob Stein, I hope I pronounced the name right, who was the CEO of Glimspan, was working actually on his undergraduate, and he was doing it. He was in University of Victoria while developing the first game. That's Dungeons of Dimia. Dungeons of Dimia had a very good response, and if you try to look up on Steam, that is Clockwork Empire, you will notice that Clockwork Empire has been removed. I'm not sure. There's so much of gossip going on. Some say it was removed by Steam because of the negative reviews that's been put by the community, because it feels it's not developed, because the developers promised so much, and I think it was a bit stressful on the three-man team. There were about 10 employees, and 3 of them were developing this game. It was a bit stressful for them, so I can see why they want to move on. But it's kind of sad. It seems that there's been rumors that it's been bankrupt, but we are not sure. There is no credible evidence of it. When you look at their Twitter account, the last tweet update says it's on maintain. They maintain their forums, and the forums are back online. That was the last tweet. It doesn't say that they are closed. It doesn't say anything. And oh wow, I got immigrants. It doesn't. They don't talk about it even. It's like just we're done with it. Like, I'm not sure that. I think they're done with it, but I'm not so sure. They have been silent. Are they silently developing the game? But there has never been a single update about it. The last update was. I will show you the last update. It was by Nicholas Winin talking about 10E, the development of a new patch that he was working on. But after 5 to 6 months, we have not heard of him or that patch. Yeah, It's kind of sad looking at this. Also, looking at Glimpse lamp, gas lamp, studio, there was an art director called David Bermant. So he was the art director of this game, and look at his art; it's spectacular. But however, it's sad to see that the game kind of, or it's not kind of, to be honest, it is dead. To actually look at it, and the community was outraged. If you look at Steam, I'm not sure if there's a way back machine for it, but if you look at Steam, you would notice that it's been removed on Steam. There is rumors and there's gossip that the developers removed it on Steam. There was a rumor that it was Steam themselves that removed it, but we're not sure. So it could be that the developers removed it from Steam because it was disappointing to the community, as they promised so much of stuff and they haven't fulfilled. But if you have this game, I would recommend you to get this community patch. I will now go through the community patch, and yeah. So please, oh sorry, this is the artwork. So please get this patch. This was made by ECB, and this is a community patch that you can download it and put it on your computer. You can upload your videos of what you do, or you can play this game a little more. It fixed most of the bugs. Most of the bugs are fixed, I noticed. But please note, ECB, if you're watching this, please correct the food bug. That is sometimes your food just disappear, and that should be corrected. So this is what's going on in the forums. So you can get this from the Gas Lamp Games forums, and you can download the patch, and yeah, you can overwrite it in your Steam folder or however you got the game. So this is what's going on, as you can see. This community forum is really active, but its activities, the last activity is here, March 3rd, 2017. That was the last activity of this patch. It's been updated. Yeah, if you want to get this patch, you can get it, and please put it to experimental D. 1 as 10 experimental D. If you put it, you can put it on the Steam. You can go to the Steam folder, the Steam area, and just click properties, and you can put it to E, update it to experimental E. So this is what it fixes, the scripting errors. You can see, fix scripting error. It was a bit unplayable, but and it changes the animation. There have been interesting animations that was locked according to the developer, and it was not there. But he has recovered the animation that was in the engine, and he put those animations on. It's very interesting. This is the current one, I believe, was that. You can see this is the current one, the current fixes. And yeah, so it's a very sad day for gamers when this died. The problem with early access is that if you buy early access, good on you, you're helping the development of a game. But if you look at early access, the only successful early access that can come to my mind, early access project, was Prison Architect, or Prison Alpha Architect, or Prison Architect. That was the only one that came to a full game. It was complete. The project was complete, and it was one of the best projects that indie game projects that I can think, which was released to the public after early access. And it was a full game indeed. There was no bugs. Everything was corrected, and all the features were promised as the developers promised. But this one was kind of sad and disappointing. It's a tragedy, actually. It has so much potential. But yeah, it's really unfortunate to see it die. The last update from Gas Game Studios is, go to homepage. Oh, sorry, not homepage. It's the forums. And see, these are the others. And it is in here. The last update was by Where I believe it was by Winnie, but I'm trying to find it. Yeah, see, it's by Winnie. It was November 30th, 2016. This was the last update. Heads up about 1.e, that it was a new patch. They were going to fix most of the stuff, and they were going to patch it to patch 1.1 as a result. But still, they have been really silent, and the community is kind of active. I haven't seen much activity recently. As of recently, the only active one was the patch, as you saw, and you can see it's kind of sad actually. This was the last. This was actually the last update made by Nicholas Winnie, the technological director of Clockwork Empires. So yeah, this is what I want to talk about: the tragic story of gas lamps studios or gas lamps games, and also why you should be careful when you're buying early access games. So yeah, the game is still functional here, and it's really stable after this patch, the community patch. Only here and there bug issues you can see, but it's not a big issue. You can ignore it. If you're not observant enough, you might not even notice. It has minor bugs issues, but it has enabled certain features, and most of the bugs are being fixed. I will show you the main menu. I don't want to save it because it's too plain. So yeah, this is the main menu, the beautiful main menu. It looks really nice, it looks really grand. I love the main menu. Hail the Empire! But it's kind of sad. Even though the Empire is doing well, it's sad that the Queen sadly passed away. This game directors and everybody that are working in this game didn't complete this game to the full expectations of the community. Well, the king is dead in this game, but we'll hopefully, and I'm hopeful that modding can try to bring this game back to the spotlight and try to add most of the features. I'm not sure if you can get this game anywhere else. I hope it goes to Good Old Games or somewhere. But yeah, if you get these games or if you have it in your Steam folders, update it to this patch that I showed you. Alright, so that's all I want to talk about, and I'm sorry the video is a bit abrupt and a bit weird, since I always do game reviews and gaming footage, but I really want to cover this topic, the tragedy of early access games, such as Clockwork Empires. There was another game, it was a space game that died off. It was not completed by the developers because they moved on to another project, but I can't remember the game right now. Oh, Cosmonauts or Cosmos or something. I can't remember what's it called. It's Cosmos something, and that game also, it had a lot of potential, but it died off. So you have to be careful with early access games, and the only early access games I would recommend is Prison. Now it's not early access, now it's released. Prison Alpha Architect or Prison Architect, and Rimworld. It's still developing to this day, and buy Rimworld. But you have to be careful when you're buying early access games. So you have to find early access games that have, which people are actively buying and which has a stable community. Or when another problem with this is that the developers didn't actively communicate to the public. Yes, they do it through forums, but if you look at Prison Architect developers, they communicated using Steam. Sorry, not Steam. Apologize. Using YouTube. And they made so much of fancy YouTube videos that talked about what's going on in the game, what were the updates, and it made the fans engaged. They actually engaged with their fans and with the people that bought this game. Same as Rimworld, if you have noticed. Tyler Silverstone actually interacts with the community, and he makes videos and he shows what's going on. So that's the problem with Clockwork Empires, because there were little videos talking about what was new and what is going on. So yeah, I would like to end on a very happy note, but on a sad note, sorry, on a happy note. But however, looking at what's going on, I don't know whether I could end on a happy note. So it'll be kind of a sad note, but yeah, I'll see you guys on the next show, on the next review or live stream show. So thank you for wanting to interact the games with your host Jackie, and see you guys on the next show. Peace.